Do you own a Yamaha PSR-E363 or intend to buy one in the near future? One of the biggest questions I get from my viewers as well as the students of my online course is how do they operate their Yamaha PSR-E363? So in today's video, I will share with you 15 of the most basic functions of the Yamaha PSR-E363 that you definitely must know. Do you want to learn to play the keyboard with chords like this? I have a proven step-by-step chords design for Yamaha, Casio, and Korg keyboards that will help you to do that. At the end of this course, I will teach you everything you need to know to just open up a music book and start playing your favorite tunes with lush accompaniment rhythms with minimal effort. I will teach you to read music, play chords, and use the different sounds and rhythms on your keyboard. Check out the links in the description below for more information. The first thing you want to know is how to select a main voice. So on the right side of your keyboard, there are listed all the available voices that you can find on your Yamaha PSR-E363. And to select the voices, all you need to do is ensure that this voice button is selected and you just punch in the corresponding number for the voice that you want. Assuming you want an accordion voice, and over here you've got 027, you just punch in 027, and on the screen it would show the voice that you have selected. And you can also increment the voices using the plus and minus button after that. So each time you increase it, the screen would show that you have increased the number. Once you have selected your voice, if you find that it is too loud or too soft, how then do you vary the volume of the individual main voice? You do that by pressing your function button multiple times until the screen shows M volume, which stands for main volume. And once that is selected, all you need to do is head over to this number pad here and punch in the value that you want. 127 would be the loudest. You can also use the plus and minus buttons here to decrease or increase the value accordingly. The next question I always get from my students is how do you select all of these styles or rhythm? You do that by deciding which group of the styles you want. For example, in the ballad group, it says here 026, and you would then come to this side of the keyboard, press the style button, and just punch in on the number pad the particular style or rhythm that you want. You can also use the plus and minus button to increase or decrease the number accordingly. What if you find the volume of the rhythm to be too loud or too soft? This is what you need to do. Head over to the function button and press it multiple times until the screen says style volume. Once you have the word style volume there, you can just adjust using the numeric keypad how loudly or how softly you want the volume of your style to be. You can also in the same way use your plus and minus buttons to increase or decrease the volume at a more granular level. Once you have set your style and your style volume, the next thing you want to do is ensure that the tempo is correct. And you set the pace or the speed of the music by pressing on the tempo button, and the screen would change to a tempo sign here, and you just go to your keypad and punch in whichever number you want for your tempo. You can also use your plus and minus button in the same way to increase or decrease your tempo value. The alternative way is that if you already know how fast a song is, you can just tap the beat and the keyboard here will indicate to you what is the beat you have tapped. You can do that by doing this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the keyboard here would indicate that that tempo you tapped is 067. beats per minute. One of the nice features of the Yamaha PSR-E363 is that you can use these voices both as a main voice as well as a second voice, which you can layer together. So it can actually play back two voices layered together at the same time. And to turn on dual voice, all you need to do is press this button once. If you look at the screen here, it will show the word dual on screen. After turning on the feature, you can also decide what your secondary voice is by just pressing and holding this dual button, and the screen would show that this strings is selected as my dual voice, and when I change that, it will change accordingly. Now when I press a note on the keyboard, it will sound as both a piano voice as well as a strings voice. So this is how it sounds like with the dual voice on, and now with the dual voice off. Single voice, and this is with the dual voice on. What if I find that the string voice, the dual voice, is too soft and I want it to be more prominent? All I need to do is just go to my function button and press it a couple of times until I see the word D volume, which stands for dual volume. Right now it's at 45 and that is pretty soft, and this is how it sounds like. I can increase it to the maximum by using the numeric keypad by punching 127, or I can go for a more granular adjustment by using the plus and minus button, and you can hear that the strings is much louder than the piano now. After you select the style that you want and you want to play with the built-in automatic accompaniment backing track, you need to turn on ACMP on and off. This is a toggle switch, which means that as you press it multiple times, it will turn on and off ACMP, which is accompaniment. If you look at the screen here, over here, as I press it, it would turn on and off. With accompaniment turned on, whenever you press a chord on the left side of your keyboard, it will produce a beat based on the chord that you're playing. And it will also show on the screen the chord that I just played as well. To turn on and off the rhythm, you will use this start and stop button. You press start, and that will turn on the percussion and the drums, and when you press it again, it will stop the rhythm. Alternatively, you can use sync start, which is very useful because after pressing sync start, you can see on screen here there will be this blinking arrow, which means that the keyboard is not starting the rhythm until you actually press the chord. You see that? Once I press the chord, the rhythm starts. With your accompaniment rhythm playing, you can switch between the various variation of your rhythm by using this button here. This also functions as a fill-in. What is a fill-in? A fill-in is a little drum roll between different variations that you selected. So if I were to press this button, this is what happens on screen. Have a look. It will do a fill-in before switching to the main A variation, which is the quieter variation. And if I press the button once more, have a look at what happens. It will do a little fill-in before going once more to the next variation of the voice. The Yamaha PSR-E363 also comes with one intro and one ending for every style that is listed over here. And to trigger this intro and ending, what would be nice is that you have your ACMP turned on, and it will be indicated on screen here that ACMP is turned on, and with that you turn on sync start and press intro. With that selected, the screen would show that it is waiting to play an intro before going into a variation A of the rhythm, and you can see this blinking arrow here, and when I press my chord, the intro will play an accompaniment based on the chord that I just triggered, which is key of F. And once the intro ends, it would just jump straight to your main A variation of your rhythm. This is a multi-use button, which means that if you press this button before you turn on your accompaniment, it will act as an intro. If you press it while a rhythm is playing, like right now, a rhythm is playing, you press that, it would trigger an ending instead. After you spend all the time configuring your voices, your dual voices, your tempo, as well as your style, you want to make sure you can store them into a registration memory preset for easy recall. You just go to this button here on the right side of the keyboard, and if you were to hold on to the button, while holding on to the button, you can press any one of these 9 buttons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, to save your registration preset into one of these buttons. So if I were to hold on to this button, while holding on, I press number 1, have a look at the screen, it will prompt me which memory number, and it will say it's writing now. And to recall the registration preset that you have saved inside the individual buttons here, all you need to do is press the registration memory once, and the screen will prompt which registration preset do you want to load, and you select 1 or any of the numbers that you have saved your presets into, and it would show that registration 1 is recalled. So all your main voices, your dual voices, your tempo, and pretty much most of the settings you've done on your keyboard will be recalled. I hope you found this video useful and informational. Let me know in the comments below, what are the usual features and functions of your Yamaha PSR-E363 keyboard that you usually use. Subscribe if you haven't done so, and smash that like button. My name is Jeremy C, and I'll see you very soon in my next video.